Welcome to the virtual RVA Career Expo training series. My name is Kevin May, and today we're going to be looking at 4 pro tips on attending the virtual expo. Pro tip number 1, register to attend. Sounds so simple, but you must have a Zoom link for each session you desire to attend. Very quickly, when you register, you'll actually receive a confirmation from Eventbrite letting you know the days that you've registered for, but down at the bottom you'll actually see where you need to click on to sign up for a Zoom meeting as well. When you click on those, it'll take you over to a registration form for Zoom. First, last name, email, choose that you're a job seeker, and register. When you do that, you will actually receive another email that will actually give you a clickable link for a Zoom meeting. Now, you need to have one of these for each session. Pro tip number 1. Pro tip number 2, check your settings. The first thing is your attire. Even though we are virtual, just be reminded that you are meeting with recruiters and possibly hiring managers. So make sure that you think about what you're going to wear to the event. It might be business casual, but think about what you would wear if you were actually going to an interview. That's probably the right attire that you should be wearing. The second thing that you need to consider is your equipment. Now, this is a virtual event, so it's so important that your equipment is working properly. You want to make sure that you're in a quiet environment, your lights are working well so that people can see you. You want to make sure that people can hear you. Sound is so important. The video should be working, and you need to make sure that your background is appropriate. Take the time to check these settings. Pro tip number 2. Pro tip number 3, be prepared. Who do you plan to see the day of the event? One of the suggestions is to go over to the richmondhokies.org Career Expo site. You scroll down onto this site where you registered. You'll actually see right here, view all participating companies, open positions, and day assignments. When you open this up, you'll see a lot of information about the companies that are going to be attending the fair. For example, I want to visit Agriberry Farms. They're an agricultural company. They're actually looking for a farm integrator. These are the contact people, Pearson and Ann. They're going to be there on Thursday. So I want to make sure that I've registered for Thursday, that I'm going to be looking for Agriberry Farms. I know that the people that I'm going to probably be meeting, and do I really know what a farm integrator is? Is that the position that I want? I need to do a little bit of homework. I need to make sure that I understand what this position's about. I might even look on their website to find out a little bit about the company, their culture, and what this job entails so that I can talk intelligently as I have a conversation with probably Pearson or Ann the day of the event. Also, in being prepared, you might want to consider what you need to bring. Though it is virtual, you can also bring some notes about some of the research you did for the companies. You also might want to think, how am I going to give that person a business card? One of the things that we suggest is actually have your LinkedIn profile, your name, a phone number, email, and to be able to have that laid out so that you can cut and paste and be able to paste that into the chat at each meeting that you attend. Pro tip number 3. Pro tip number 4, take time to practice. It is a virtual event being held in Zoom. I hope that you take a little bit of time to understand the Zoom features so that you feel very comfortable in using Zoom. You need to know how to turn your sound on, make sure that your video is correct, and let's look at some other features. At the beginning of the day, we're all going to be in the same room. This is the general room. Dr. Dave is going to be in here. He's going to be our host. He's going to then welcome all the companies, the representatives. They're going to be able to give a little bit of an introduction about who they are. And then during the registration process, you were able to give the first company that you want. You'll actually be automatically put into the room where that company is located. At this particular point in time, if this pop-up shows up, all you have to do is hit join, and that will go ahead and put you into that room. I am now located in the breakout room with the company. I am in now company 1 breakout room. Normally when you show up, there would be a representative of the company, but I want to show you just a couple of things here. You want to make sure that you hit the participant icon and also chat. What this is going to do is it's going to show you everybody that is in the room. It'll also give you an opportunity to chat with the representative. When you show up to the room, the representative may be talking. They might have a slide presentation, some information for you. But as you have opportunity, you'll want to begin to engage a conversation with the representative in this room. The second thing that you want to do is come down to the chat area, select the representative's name to send chat directly to them. Just be reminded that you are in a breakout room, so the things that you put in this chat only stay in the breakout. If you go to another breakout room, you're going to want to make sure that you put your information into that chat. The information that you want to put into this chat would be your name, a phone number, an email, and possibly your LinkedIn profile link. Once you've finished putting the chat information and you've had the conversation with the representative or the company, you can then leave the room. To leave the room, click on that. Make sure that you don't click leave meeting because that will take you completely out of the Zoom, but just leave the breakout room. Once you come back to the main session, you can then ask Dr. Dave to go to your second company, and Dr. Dave will then be able to put you into any other companies. Continue to repeat that process until you've actually met with all the representatives and all the companies that you desire. At that point in time, your session would be over. You can actually then leave the meeting, and hope you've had a good experience at the RVA Career Expo. Zoom has just actually added another feature which I want to show you today. If you have the latest version in Zoom, you'll be able to take advantage of this opportunity. The first thing that you want to do is actually come down to where it says More. You can select on that and it says Join Breakout Room. Now you would want to do this. They would actually come in and introduce all the companies as we had said. Dr. Dave might be able to put you in your first session, but if not, you can actually just say Join Breakout Room. At this particular point in time, you can come in, select Company 1, and join. Yes, I want to go to Company 1. I've actually entered into the breakout room. I am now in Company 1. I would come in, open up the participant window, open up chat. I would speak to the representative, get to know anybody else that may be in here. I would leave my information in the chat window with my name, email address that I may want to give, plus my LinkedIn profile. At that time, come down to Leave Room. If I select that, I either leave the meeting, leave the breakout room, which would take me back to the main session. But here in this version, if you come down to where it says More, go to Breakout Rooms, it gives me an opportunity. It shows me now underneath Company 1, I want to go now to Company 2 or any other company that may be listed here. I hit Join, yes, and now I am actually in Company number 2 breakout sessions. I would be talking to another representative, another company. So you would want to open up the participants, see who else is here, and open up the chat. You would now as well be able to leave your information for this specific chat and this specific company. You can continue that process through as many companies as you would want to come in contact with. When you're finished, you can leave the room. If you'd like, you can completely leave the Zoom RVA Career Expo, or you can leave the breakout room, which would take you back to the main area. Once you're in this area and you have visited all the companies you want to, I know that there's going to be a breakout session for the Virginia Tech Alumni Association, our host. Another thing that you want to be able to look at is Career Prospectors and JAM Ministries. These are great opportunities to help you in your job search. When you're finished, hit the leave meeting. The other thing that you need to take time to practice on is your greeting. You've prepared for it, you're ready, you show up. Now it's your turn to actually meet that recruiter or that hiring manager. What are you going to say? Hi, my name is Kevin May. Now what? Take the time to think about what position you're looking for. Ask some questions. Ask some professional questions about the company. You've done your homework. You've done your research. Think about what you're going to say, how you're going to say it. Be professional in your approach. take time to practice. Pro tip number 4. I hope that these 4 pro tips have been helpful and encouragement and encourage you to be prepared for the day of the event. May you have a fantastic day as you attend the virtual RVA Career Expo.